The government's £50 billion high-speed 2 rail project has been branded a grand folly. The Institute of Directors says it wants to see the plans scrapped after only 27% of its members said that they support the venture. We can now speak to Simon Walker, who's Director General of that organisation. He joins us from central London. Good morning to you. So what are your members saying then about their concerns about this project?
Well, 70% of them think it'll have no effect on their productivity at all. I mean, we do this with great regret because we're passionate believers in investment in transport infrastructure. We think it's enormously important and it's something that we've been a bit short of for many years. So it's good to spend that amount of money. But is this the way to spend it? It's such a large amount of money. We spend roughly £9 billion a year on all transport investment. And to spend that much on this one grand project, our members feel is a mistake, and they feel that all over the country, wherever they live. Actually, they think the real benefits will accrue to London rather than any of the regions that are meant to be helped by the scheme itself.
The government's saying that they have forecast that the scheme will generate over £50 billion of benefits for the UK. They've got this HS2 growth task force to ensure that it does deliver benefits.
Yes, but part of their calculation says that time spent on trains is wasted because they did that reasoning before the advent of iPads or laptop computers. In fact, our members spend all their time working on trains. More than half of them say they've got a laptop and they work at it the whole time when they're on train journeys. So their reasoning, their economic methodology has been quite flawed on this, and it's led to an exaggerated figure. The benefits are unlikely to be anything like those projected.
What about for progress, though? They're also saying that this is needed to free up space for passengers and freight, that the network will be full by 2020s unless this is done.
There are alternatives. The firm Atkins did some alternative calculations that showed that you could invest significantly in capacity improvements on the East Coast and West Coast main lines. You could also put a lot of resource into intercity commuter transport. There's a lot you can do, light rail. There's plenty of things that could be done with that sort of money spread around the country. But it's 1,000 little projects, not one grand folly, that we think would be sensible.
But there are those who are saying that this is the right time to be spending the money, to be investing, to try to get the returns. And if we don't do this, then how do we compete on an international basis? Companies may start to decide to take their business elsewhere if we can't keep up with the speed of links between places.
We've got a lot of problems in our transport infrastructure in international terms, but I'd say in those terms that air capacity and a proper London airport is a far greater priority if we really want to keep up with the times and not fall behind our international competitors. It's good to be spending money on transport investment. It's just, should we be spending all that on this white elephant with costs escalating the way they appear to be? 30 billion 3 years ago, 50 billion now. Who knows where it is going to end up? Don't forget the original HS2 network was budgeted at £1 billion and ended up costing £11 billion. That's the kind of cost control we've had from governments in the past.
That's Simon Walker, the Director General of the IOD. Thanks for joining us this morning.